Now,
240,000 screaming fans will descend on Croke Park over the weekend to see their idols One Direction play 3 sellout concerts.
it's like modern day Beatlemania, isn't it?
That's exactly what it is.
It's been nothing
well,
since...
Monkey Mania.
I think it's bigger than that. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll ask an expert very shortly. Let's talk to somebody who knows the band very, very well indeed. Now we're going to speak to Greg Horan. He is the brother, of course, of band member Nial. He joins us now live from Mullingar. Greg, much excitement down there, I'd expect. When was the last time you saw your brother?
Good morning, guys. I saw him a few days ago. Just to say hello. He was busy. Yeah, there's much excitement around the town. Much excitement around the country as well. The biggest concert in Niall's career, and it looks like all the country's getting behind him, and it's a great time for family as well. It's a very proud moment for myself as his only sibling and brother, and my parents. This started off from the side of Croke Park with his small interview of a song for a Sony producer, and then went on to 3.5 years or 4 years on selling out Croke Park. You know, he's up there with the likes of the Westlife Boys and the U2. Like, they're major acts in the world, and it's just a proud honour for us to be, you know, celebrating this with him. You know, I don't know how he's feeling. I think he's gonna take this on, and he's gonna smash it. He's gonna absolutely brilliant. He's gonna pull off the job, and hopefully the country's gonna, like I said, hopefully they're standing all behind him, and it's a big thing for him.
Now, come here, Greg. There's a rumour that Simon Cowell has been floating around down in Mullingar. Is it true or not?
I haven't heard anything now. I doubt it very much, to be honest. I don't actually know. I don't actually know. But if he is, he is. But I doubt it very much. I'd say he'd take his time off and he'd go to their concerts in Wembley. I think it'd be closer to home for him. But if the man is in Ireland or Mullingar, the man's out in Mullingar. My concentration now today is stand up in Croke Park and watching my brother walk out on stage and welcome the Croke Park crowd like he's always dreamed of.
And your lovely wife beside you there, Denise, will she be going as well? And more importantly, will his nephew Theodore be going?
Yeah, we're all going.
And where will you be watching from? I'm assuming tickets aren't an issue for you. So where will you be watching? Is there a special area backstage that you get to stay in?
I think there just might be a room we could be put in just to relax for a while and then go to our seats. I'm not too sure, as I don't know much about this Croke Park gig. As I said to myself, I'm kind of blind to it all. I don't know what to expect, so it will be good. It will be good. I don't, like, people think we want special treatment. We don't want special treatment. We're going to support our family member and take it all in as well. It's a big day for us as well. Like, it's going to be very emotional for us to stand back and watch on stage Niall do his thing. You know, it started out from very small little talent shows here in Mullingar, and it's ended up in the middle of Croke Park on a big massive stage, selling out to over 240,000 people in 3 nights. Like, their dreams I've had for Niall, and I'm sure their dreams Niall has had all his life. And people think it's a cheesy, or it's a thing that people say, oh, he wanted to get into the music industry all his life. I can safely say, hand on my heart, Niall actually did. But he's in with a good bunch of lads. The 4 other lads are absolutely amazing to him, and he's met 4 new brothers, and it's proud to say that I'm a part of Niall's life as of the way he is. And if he was in One Direction, I'd be even prouder. But it's a good day, and it's a good time that if my family are up there. You know, my son is able to go, and whether he's going to be out in the audience because of the noise, we are going to get near protection. But he's going to be there with his uncle. You know, he's going to see his uncle. He won't have a clue of what's going on, but I will, and I know I will be emotional on today, and I am very proud of Niall, no matter what happens.
I can see how proud you are of him. Now, we all think we know Niall because we see him on stage, we see him in the videos, we've seen the movies, but you're his big brother. If you had to describe Niall to somebody who'd never met him before, how would you describe him?
He's a very caring person. He's a very humble person. He has hit the limelight very quick, and the fame game, if you want to say, very quick in his career. Like 3.5 years into his career, he's organised to play in Croke Park. But this is a weekend for him now. And every time he meets a famous person, he's so starstruck. It's unbelievable. So he goes on. He's still proud of his Mullingar roots. He's great being back home. He loves being back home. He's still proud of where he's come from Ireland. I'm sure he'll wear his in-ears tonight or Sunday night with the tricolour on them. He's just a very humble person. He's a very kind-hearted person. The fans and all this mean something major to him.
Which famous person has he been most starstruck to meet, Greg?
I think his hero Michael Bublé. I think Bublé would be up there with the top spot. I think Michael Bublé.
Well, listen, Greg, it has been lovely to talk to you because I can see how proud you are of him, and it's really moving. It's lovely to see. And it's even lovelier to see his nephew Theodore dancing away there. He's clearly going to take to the stage as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Greg, Mark Hagney here. Just before we go, are you going to make the Derby County QPR match on Saturday?
Unfortunately, Mark, I won't. I think my dad is flying out tomorrow morning to see it. I have to give my good well wishes to the players. I know some of them. At the end of the day, they're still my footballing heroes. But Niall, I'm sure would have loved to have gone, but unfortunately he can't. His schedule takes it away from him. But no, I'm Derby through and through, and I'm just praying to the Lord that we pull it off tomorrow night and we become Premiership club for a few times. But no, Croke Park is calling the family, and it means the world that we're in Croke Park, and it's a big thing for us. So
well, good luck with that. I'm old enough to remember when Derby County were in the first division, and Dave McCoy and Franny Lee, and when you were lifting leagues and managed by Brian Clough and all the rest of it. So it'll be lovely to see you back there.
Hopefully now, Brian Clough is a hero to all of us. I've met Roy McFarland and all them, but they're heroes of myself and I. They wouldn't have been in our generation or our era, but they're heroes to us. The players we have now, we're doing good, but Niall's a big fan. They're a big fan of Niall's, and we're going to do. Hopefully we'll do it tomorrow evening, and we can celebrate with them a few weeks.
Thanks, Theodore. I think Theodore should be on stage with the lads. He's made for it.
He will be in a few weeks.
Lovely
God
to
bless.
see you.
Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend.
Have a great one.
Thanks, William. Bye.
Now,
that's very nice to see you, isn't it? Sorry.
Entertainment editor of the Irish Daily Mail, Owen Murphy, joins us, and he's going to tell us what we can expect from the One Direction concerts this weekend. Owen, you've probably seen them a couple of times already, have you?
I think altogether I've probably seen them 8 or 9 times. I would have been.
So are you very excited to see them again?
I'm always excited to see them.
Well done,
to be honest.
right answer.
No, you see, I was lucky enough to be there from the start. I would have been backstage nearly every week when they were on the X Factor, and I kind of got to meet them then.
So here's a question: since then, from then to now, have they changed, the lads, or have they still stayed?
Of course they've changed. They've become millionaire superstars.
No, but in the way that they treat people and the way that they carry themselves, have they changed?
No,
they haven't.
No,
isn't that nice?
and it's funny what Greg mentioned there about how humble Niall is. That is the one word I would have used to describe him. Every single time I meet him, he's exactly the same. He comes over, he gives you a big hug. Can you believe all this has happened? A big laugh about it, and you kind of look over his shoulder and there's a barrier with 1,000 screaming girls who would just tear him apart if they could get their hands on him.
Do they find that overwhelming sometimes? I mean, we saw them in South America and the girls just screaming and rushing. It must be, as a bunch of lads, I know young lads might think that's every guy's dream, but it must be quite overwhelming for them.
I think there gets moments where it just gets so ridiculously out of control, and you talk about Beatlemania, and I suspect it's the only thing you could kind of compare to, like in Lima or even back in Australia. I remember talking to them, there was a time when they were looking out the window and they were looking at about 600-700 fans in a field, and the big sign behind them was warning, snakes in field. And they were literally shouting out the window for them to get out of the field. They don't care, and everybody wants a piece of them. And I don't think Dublin is particularly ready for what is going to happen this weekend. I mean, there's going to be
I don't know. I think the preparations at Croke Park have been...
I'm talking about the locals.
Oh, really?
I genuinely don't think people are prepared for the scenes they're going to see. It is going to be something...
It's not just the people going to the gig, on that people will travel from all over to get here, just on the off chance that they'll see him in Grafton Street or get near their hotel. Are they going to be...
Do we know what hotel they're in?
I know 3 hotels which they're booked into.
This is what they do now, don't they? They book into 3.
They've booked out the 3 floors in the Fitzwilliam.
Okay.
They've booked out a couple of floors in the Powers Court Hotel.
Okay.
And then there's the K Club. Now,
which means they're not staying in any of those.
Well, they're not staying in anything tonight or tomorrow night.
Somewhere else entirely.
They're flying out tonight and tomorrow night.
They're flying out?
They have commitments in the UK on Saturday and Sunday morning.
So they're doing the gig, then flying to the UK, coming back on again. Sunday, doing the gig, flying back again. God, they must be knackered.
I would have thought.
They're young and they're loaded. What am I saying? I'm feeling sorry for them. They're grand. Have you
can see why they burn. Why
burnout happens?
Why exactly?
Totally. And I mean, you talk to. It's why Westlife are considered on such a high level by people in the industry to last 14 years. it is such a crazy schedule, but One Direction, where they probably have it worse than maybe anyone else, is because they're global. They're more global than Take That are, they're more global than Westlife ever were.
Yeah.
They've done it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, they're literally just back from South America, and they didn't have their, like, when they're in Europe, they have their...
They have their team.
They call it their kind of their comfort squad, where they have the 3 tour buses, the 2 private jets. They don't have that in South America. Granted,
I'm sure they weren't exactly roughing it.
But the last thing you want when you're up, when you're literally travelling on the hoof the whole time, is people coming around taking pictures of you on a plane when you're asleep.
Yeah.
Or, to be hassled in customs. Or it makes a huge difference when you do have these things.
Come here, we're talking about them being humble and keeping their feet on the ground. What sort of rider do they have? What have they asked for?
Well, this is what I love about, it's the usual things. But for Niall in particular, Clonakilty sausages.
Good man, Niall.
Barry's tea.
Good lad.
And Haribo jellies.
Oh, he's crazy for the Haribo jellies.
Yeah.
What about the rest of them? What have they all asked for?
Again, very similar things. They're bringing their own things over with them. Like Harry's big for pies.
Pies?
Pies, believe it or not. You see, they're all just back from a tour. They just want that
home
little
comforts.
bit of home. Yeah. I'd be amazed if Niall doesn't go to Supermax.
He loves a Supermax.
He is insane. I'd be amazed if they don't come up with a Supermax truck and give him a card.
Well, listen, I'm so thrilled to hear they're still as sound as they were when you first met them, which is quite saying something about their character as men, because they're kind of becoming men now, and the people who are around them who are keeping them safe.
But again, it's kind of what Greg said. They're very much a very tight team. They are like brothers, and I was talking to his mother, and she said it's amazing how they all look out for each other.
Yeah.
They really, really do.
She must be thrilled to see him, because she hasn't seen him since Christmas.
Since Christmas, yeah, and I'd say it's going to be such an emotional night for both parents. I mean, you talk about being, if you were a parent, watching your child play in Croke Park in any sporting event, be it
it's
a county
ground one. It's
but to
just
sell out,
walk out on it.
To sell out
3 nights at 240,000 people. It's the stuff of dreams. It doesn't happen.
You said it's U2.
It is, yeah.
It's U2 Westlife territory.
Yeah.
That's as big as it gets.
Well, listen, we yesterday announced that somebody is going to be there to witness this dream taking place. Liam Gleeson from Templemore and Tipperary was the lucky winner of our One Direction competition. He joins us on the line now, but before we chat to him, let's have a look at the video he sent us, which is why he won. You'll like this one.
TV3, please send me to Croke Park. You know I dance in the dark or in the dark. You know I scream at the boys saying how you do. You don't know, how much I want to go.
Well done, Liam.
Done. Good morning, Liam.
Hi.
How are you? Have you just stepped out from an English exam? Is that true?
That's true.
How'd you do?
Exactly.
Sorry?
How did you do?
It's okay, Sylvia Plath came up, I was happy.
Okay, did you get the questions you were looking for?
Yeah.
Okay,
Very
what
happy this morning.
were you expecting?
Sylvia Plath, yeah, just
Sylvia Plath.
the question on the teams in the poetry.
Okay, so you had it all covered, had you?
Oh, I'm happy out.
Well, listen, you're going to One Direction, and by the way, we have to say thank you to Sacha Barry and her family, because of course it's their tickets that you're getting, and also Pennies are giving us goodie bags as well, so we wanted to say there's Sacha on screen. I don't know whether you can see it or not.
Thank you to Pennies for the lovely goodie bags
dad.
from Sacha and her dad, because they're huge fans of One Direction, so very decent of them to hand over their tickets. So thank you to Pennies. They get those. And Liam, you're off to One Direction. Woohoo!
Woo,
Enjoy. Woo.
What's your next exam?
Sorry?
What's the next exam?
I have biology on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
that's grand, okay.
Forget about that. Enjoy the weekend.
Cheers. That's Liam Gleeson from Templemore, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing with One Direction. The fans aren't just... I thought it was all just 12-year-old and 13-year-old girls. It's grown-up mammies. It's everyone.
It's going to be... Tonight you're probably going to see 50-50, I'd imagine, adult and over 14.
Lots of people bringing their nieces. Yeah.
Well, I have never been plagued by so many people, and the people ringing me were a lot older than those that...
There's a queue waiting for you outside the door. Cheers, Owen. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Coming up, Joe Shannon will be cooking us up a delicious fish dish. Stay with us for that.